miles down this National Forest road. I'm trying to get to the other side by the river. Nothing more beautiful than a forest. I lived in the Rocky Mountains for 9 years. I lived the first 30 years of my life in the Midwest prairies and the grasslands and the farmlands. I lived in the desert for 4 months in Vegas, north of Vegas. I've lived on the Oregon coast next to the ocean for 23 years. I've been to 22 states, hiking, fishing, camping. 22 states west of the Mississippi. I'm honking in case there's a logging truck coming. Of course, they probably couldn't hear me, but that's kind of a hairpin turn there. I've camped in a national forest for 3 months out of a car. And you know how beautiful the ocean is. But the ocean, you can just see it. You can't really walk on it. You can't, you got to get a boat. There's not a lot to do on the ocean. I love the beaches. But a forest is profound. I mean, it's just, that's where all the animals live. That's where everything, all the air, the breathing, the trees, the wildlife, it's just profound all the way around. And if it wasn't for the logging trucks, we wouldn't even have this road. You wouldn't have roads to go into the forest. So I am pro-logging, 100% pro-logging. You know, that's what you're living in a wooden house, aren't you? You don't like oil, you don't like plastic. The only other option is wood. There's either oil, plastic, wood, or metal. You want to live in your car, in a metal car? I mean, some people live in a bus. There's only so many options for a place to live. You want to live in a cave? I guess we could live in tents like they did in the Old Testament, the Israelites. But then, you couldn't have a lock on your door. Someone would come and take all your stuff away every day. A wooden house is the greatest invention in the history of mankind. And it's the safest. You can sleep at night, and you need that wood, and you can regrow the trees. About every 50 years, they cut the trees down again, and they grow them again, and every 50 years, we got all that wood for the whole world. I mean, China has all about run out of wood. They buy wood from Canada and America from us. Now, Canada has more wood. They refuse to cut down their wood in Canada. I mean, they just let it burn every year. They got massive forest fires there every year. They just let it burn. I'm telling you, America's the only one that knows what to do with its forest. Whether you agree or disagree. 5 miles right there. I want to drive back here and get a little bit of the sunrise and film some of the lake, the water, the river here. Something big just jumped right down in that water there. I mean big, big. There's a big, huge, there's a white crane right there in the looking for his breakfast right there. Something just big just made a big, huge circle in the water. And a splash. I mean, it was probably an animal. It wasn't a fish, probably. No, we're way back here now, yep.